I'm Adam McCullough. This is tomorrow's transfers. Today it's 11 p.m. UK time. Whatever time it is where you are, I hope you guys are all well. I am Adam McCullough. Tomorrow's transfers today. This is number 10. Are you fed up of all the rumours yet? I don't know. I know some of you guys are. I seen some comments on Twitter earlier saying, why do we take so long to make transfers? I had to check the date. It's only the 1st of January. Relax, everybody. But nevertheless, we've got plenty to talk about today. We're looking at the headlines, we're looking at the stories, discussing Alexandro, Cristiano Ronaldo, Delot. You've heard about him a lot already, but Delot's going to get spoke about. Gareth Bale and Sergei Milinkovic-Savic are going to be discussed today, as well as the question, is Cristiano Ronaldo worth £175 million? That's what we want to know today. That is a little bit later in the show though. First things first, it's Alexandro, Juventus' fullback. Now the MEN have picked up a report that is emanating from Italy, from Goal Italia. And I've read this in other places as well, so it's been widely reported from Italy that Juventus are in the process of offering Alexandro a new deal which could keep him at the club or increase his buyout. But even if he does sign a new contract this summer, that would rule out any potential transfer this summer to Manchester United or anybody else. Now, it could be a ploy to drive up the transfer fee. It could be something that is being used, obviously, to keep Sandro at Juventus. Juventus might not want to sell him, and Manchester United might not be interested. For all we know, they could just be all rumours. But at this moment in time, the reports in Italy, and they're being picked up on in England, are that Juventus are offering him a new contract. Now, how do you feel about Alexandro? Is he the left back that you want at Manchester United? We'll talk about Diogo Dalot later, but obviously he's been linked to the club as a right back, but he can play left back too. We're being linked to Alexandro. We've got Ashley Young, who plays left back for us at the moment, and of course Luke Shaw as well. Would you want him at Manchester United? Deke says no. William says no. I want Bale, but I want Savic as well, says Usman, being well greedy right there. Juventus are shrewd, says Shiva. Deke says no. Some of you guys are saying no to Ronaldo as well. So I don't even know what you're saying no to right now. It's a whole host of no's coming through at the minute. Sanal says yes. I'm guessing he wants to see Alexandro in at Manchester United, which is, I can see why Jose Mourinho would target someone like Alexandro. He obviously doesn't fancy Luke Shaw. I think that's obvious. Luke Shaw's got a lot to do to buckle down and place in his first team. Ashley Young can't be doing it for us. I know Jose says he could play 50 games next season, but God, if he plays 50 games next season, I'd be absolutely fuming, especially if they were at left back, because we need better. All due respects to Ashley Young, but we need better. Alexandro has been one of those names linked with Manchester United. Big money to bring him to the club. You're talking 40, 50 million. He's not going to the World Cup, which leaves the door open for United to get a transfer done during the World Cup as well. But Juventus offering him a new contract is the story in Italy at the moment. Leonardo says he wants Alexandro and Delot. Shaw makes me cry, says Rotting Egg. Sal Young says MUFC Gamer. I don't think we need to sell Ashley Young, to be totally honest with you. I don't think that's necessary. He's a good squad player. I just don't want to see him starting week in, week out. That is not what I want to see. Anyway, moving on to Cristiano Ronaldo now. And the Daily Express are picking up on reports coming out of Spain which say Cristiano Ronaldo can leave Real Madrid if a club coughs up 175 million. They're saying that is the price tag put on his head by Florentino Perez. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo at the moment is what, 32 years old, 175 million pounds. You get that in merchandise and all that stuff alone, but is Cristiano Ronaldo worth a large, what, 75% of our transfer budget? Maybe a little bit less. I'm not too sure. The club could probably make special concessions to bring in Cristiano Ronaldo because of how big of a transfer it is. But if that is the kind of price that they want, United don't need to get involved. I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo's ever going to be back at Manchester United in a playing capacity, to be totally honest. So when I hear all these rumours, I just think, I'm not buying into them. I don't think it's going to happen. But do you guys think he is worth 175 million? Oliver says not. worth it. Yes, says Saad. 33 years old, Adam, same age as LeBron. So he's 33, 1 year older than I thought. Ronaldo says not worth 175. Joel says yes. If Ronaldo comes, Sanchez has to leave. That's not happening. Angelo's comment that was, he's 33. You guys are reminding me he's 33. How about we develop Marshall? That's a very good idea, Cole Corteo, isn't it? But the Express are picking up on the reports from Spain that Real Madrid are ready to sell Ronaldo. And it all came about after his comments after the Champions League final, where he said that my time at Madrid has been good and all this stuff. And he started speaking about Real Madrid in past tense, like he was looking elsewhere. You hear about Real Madrid wanting Neymar. PSG would love a Cristiano Ronaldo. He's won 4 out of the last 5 Champions League. They covet the Champions League an awful lot. I think it's most likely if Ronaldo does leave, he'd end up somewhere like PSG rather than Manchester United. I love Ronnie, but he's not coming back, I don't think. Moving on now to Diogo Dalot, the young 19-year-old left-back that has been linked with Manchester United, a Portuguese under-17, under-17 European Championship winner. He's done well at under-19, under-20 level as well. Plays for Porto, made 8 first-team appearances in the league this season, and plenty of reports circulating in tomorrow's back pages as well that a medical could be next week. The Daily Mail are reporting this one. His €20 million release clause, £17.4 million, I think it equals, could be the price tag on his head at the minute. I mean, with there being a release clause, with this being a player that isn't going to the World Cup, it'll be pretty easy for United to get a deal done if we do in fact want him. A lot of reliable sources are saying we do want him, so it looks like this is a move that could be happening anytime soon. But yeah, let's sit tight. Why is everyone saying the word right back at me? Did I say something else? I know he's a right back. If I said left back, then I do apologise. I know he can play left back as well, but he is predominantly a right back, and that's where he was playing for Porto this season. He played in the Champions League for them as well. Played against Liverpool, helped them keep a clean sheet. Is highly rated. Porto want to keep him tied down to a new contract to increase that release clause as well. But him and his agent, who I believe may be his father, but I may have got that one wrong, have stalled on signing any contract. So it looks like they're looking elsewhere as well. And Jose Mourinho could have his man. Moving on from that one to Gareth Bale. And the Express are saying it's Jose Mourinho versus Ed Woodward on this one. Jose against Ed. Ed Woodward's wet dream. I told you lot already, it's Gareth Bale. Jose Mourinho saying, don't spend my money on Gareth Bale. I need to strengthen elsewhere. It was believed Jose wanted him before, and now Jose is saying no. Ed Woodward wants it now. If this is true, which I'm not saying it is, then if this is true, yeah, it could be a ploy by Jose Mourinho to say, yo, with my money, whatever you've got put aside for my transfers, you need to buy me my 2 fullbacks, my 2 midfielders, and a right winger. Let's say he's saying that, but he's saying, I don't want Gareth Bale because of how much he costs. Then Ed Woodward will probably have to say, right, you can have your signings, I'll deal with Bale. Something like, it could be a ploy by Jose to get more money. But personally, I think this one's a little bit of a write-off at the moment, and I think the press are just making rumours for the sake of it. Obviously, Bale came out after the Champions League final and said he would be open to a move to get first-team football. But then Zizou leaves Real Madrid. A new manager is likely to say, yo, Gareth Bale, stay. I'll make you a big part of my team. So I don't think Gareth Bale is going to end up at Manchester United. I know I'm writing off a lot of these potential transfers. I've written off Ronaldo. I've written off this one. I'm just being a little bit realistic. I don't think we'll get Gareth Bale. But remember when I said I don't think we'll get Pogba? And look what happened there. We ended up getting Paul Pogba. I do think if we were to sign someone like Gareth Bale, though, that's the end of Juan Mata. If we get in a new right winger, that is the end of Juan Mata, most likely. Moving on now to the final story of the day. One that you're all going to love is Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. Now, Mundo Deportivo in Spain, which the British press are picking up on, are saying Lazio are close to getting Barcelona's Andre Gomez, who they've identified as SMS's replacement. Now, we've heard about United being interested, but not being really willing to put in the big money to get Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. And that's coming from the likes of DiMarzio and Cole, who are quite reliable. Now, when you hear those kind of things, you think it's probably not going to happen. But the press are still churning out stories around this one. And it looks like no matter, whether United are interested or not, we're going to continuously be linked with this chap. He's obviously an absolute fantastic player. But again, if United are hesitant to spend big money on Bale, we'll probably be hesitant to spend like a triple, 100 million plus on Milinkovic-Savic. So it's not surprising. And again, I don't think this one's going to happen. Although, imagine if like Fred was a disguise for the remove for this guy. Stranger things have happened, but I don't know. I don't think Milinkovic-Savic is going to be in a United shirt. I just can't see it. I hope we get Toby Alderweireld. James Mumford says Toby Alderweireld talks have been quiet. I follow a Spurs fan who was tweeting yesterday saying that apparently Alderweireld agreed on a new contract with Spurs this summer, and then said that his agent said no, don't agree to that. Tried to get more, and Daniel Levy's pulled out. So it looks like he's definitely leaving. That's what Spurs fans were saying, but I don't know how true that is. So I hope we get Alderweireld though. I haven't seen an awful lot of Fred, but it looks like the kind of player we need. I hope we get him as well. If it's Thiago Dalot comes in, that's a fullback, that's a central midfielder, and of course that is a centre half. And then you're looking at, we need maybe 2 signings plus 1 more for every player that, well, if we let go 5 players and then we let go more, we probably need to bring a few more in. But I think 5 signings is what we ideally need this summer. Fingers crossed on that one. Anyway, guys, I have been Adam McCauley. This has been MUFC Tomorrow's Transfers today. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you're keeping it locked to Full-Time Devils. I'm going to be getting out of here now, and this is the last Tomorrow's Transfers day of the week, but make sure you're keeping it locked, liking, commenting and sharing, because if anything pops off, we will be back.